G'day folks. I'm in an area very close to where I found that stump with the crossless sticks on it a while back. I actually got lost looking for it temporarily, which is kind of okay when you're only lost for a little while, because you're off the beaten track well and truly, and you start to and you find stuff that you normally wouldn't see, which made me think of clearing up a little something, and I found the perfect place to do it. Again, this is quite close to the road. It's a great spot. There's so much sign around here. There's actually too much, and I think I was probably reading things into the picture that weren't actually there, if you know what I mean. A lot of people will, when you get right into cryptozoology, it can actually take over a little bit, and you have to remain pragmatic and keep your feet on the ground. There's so many people out there that think that every patch of bush bigger than a phone booth is hiding a yowie. Every light at night is an eye shine, and every sound is a, you have to really be on top of that, be more critical. One thing I've seen is people mistaking cockatoo damage for tree bites. Pardon me. So here's a bit of cockatoo damage, right? It sticks out. It's pretty recent. That wasn't there a couple of weeks ago. It's quite recent. You can see right down into there where there was a grub. If the camera would be so kind as to focus. If you look down underneath these places, when you find sign like this, if you look down into the bush, you'll find all the little strips that have been stripped off, and there was a grub in there, and they've sat on that branch, torn those pieces off with their beak. Black cockatoo, probably yellow-tailed black cockatoo. And I always find it amazing that birds that are predominantly seed eaters will switch to a higher protein diet and start taking insects, especially when they're breeding or nesting. The protein from the insects gives them more energy, and which they need to produce eggs. I'm actually feeding a pair of red wattle birds at the moment that are taking heaps of meat, and they will switch back to a mostly nectar diet. Now, okay, so not a yowie, a cockatoo. Around the back here, I had a good look around this tree. My eyes picked up all that red. And right there, look at that. I think it's amazing that they know where to look, that they can actually hear the grubs inside the timber, and even getting to it. No mean feat. Again, if that was a bigger animal than a cockatoo, there'd be more evidence of bite marks. Or they'd simply break it. I'm still saying cockatoo. Whereas over here, I would say this is not cockatoo damage. Big stringy bark, well, tall stringy bark. Cuts right across the path, which is not really significant at all. Broken off about just about my chest height. Now, inside there, a bit of that powdery wood from termites. So the core was damaged anyway. The wind could have easily blown this over, or something could have pushed it over, and that could be grub damage inside. And it's been pushed over to get to that grub. Again, not that long ago. So, not cockatoo. And cockatoo. They love the black wattle too. Black wattle's always susceptible to infestation from grubs. This is the black wattle right here. And there's lots of them around. They break very easily, so Australians out there, talking to you really, if you see a lot of breaks and black wattles, they're not yowie related. Well, maybe 1 in 100 is, but they always break. They're quite a weak tree. They don't live for very long either. They grow quickly, they get infested quickly, and they break easily. So there you go. Just wanted to, you know, not every bit of tree damage you see is caused by a hairy guy. Look, hang on, over here. There you go. Just found another one, just looking around. The red really stands out. So birds landed here, had a nibble there. Here, look at this. And underneath as well. You can just imagine him sitting here, bending over, chewing this, reaching around, chewing that. God, it's no wonder they make such quick work of a bloody windowsills and red cedar outdoor furniture and so on. But you'll see that a lot, and the red, you know, flesh, the scarification of the tree really stands out. But you can see right here, see this powder? That's from a grub. There'll be a grub in there. You probably got one out of there too. So there you go. The difference between cockatoo damage and yowie damage. You know, you'll see. Oh, look at that. Sorry, just a little offside. That's a native orchid. When I first saw these little guys, I used to think that they were flowers that had damage, and that the other side of the petals. But that is a tiny terrestrial Australian native orchid. Beautiful. It's good to keep your eyes open, even just for little things like that. Notice the little things and the big things will jump. Okay. See ya.